tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert!
3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 60 out block. Check 13. Check 13.
Check 4. Check 4. He's coming.
Ready to go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Charlie.
Mike 51.
They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
61. That's right.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back. H3, 218. Chopper. Bravo. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 10 Tucson, rock, man. Jet, jet. Still playing something.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At their 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pistol.
Point it right.
Hey, watch the slant.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch out. Rush in. Hatchet. 36.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hey, eat. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Move. Hey. You got three. Three down.
King.
Mike, 7. Here we go.
Hey, wahoo.
7. Mike, 7.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Mayfield now. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check 24. Check 24.
Coaching spill.
Shit.
Undercrush. Regular.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, alert 33.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Run. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 50. You're trapped.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
A gain of 14.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Hey, dude.
Get the ball.
Mike 50.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Watch out.
From the gun, Mayfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
That's got to be a no.
Real.
26 months.
Tighten up.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
7, Mike, 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Real.
Alert flare.
Watch out.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll drop the throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Watching the
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Hurry! Hey! Nice 7!
7's the right. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Up, left.
Out.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
180!
You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
King!
26 months. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood!
26 months. Here we go. Tighten up. Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Let's go, D. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
I got one, I got one, I got one.
My touch.
Mayfield to throw it. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's telling him right, tell him right. 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, alert 33.
Smooth.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
Deuce. Hard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Yep.
Safety's creeping.
Kill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
50. Plant. Hey, watch the slant. 66. Bullet high. Got it.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go now. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Chopper.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with fourth down now looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Fourth and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that fourth down.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
180. Right there, 55. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Joker, Joker, Joker. Up, left it. Run, run, run.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost a rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch. Switch. Check that.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Real. Go.
Mike 7. Check pass.
Up.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Shoot.
Point it right.
Hey, check.
I got you.
On third down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. The Dolphins on third down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Shim.
Pilot 64, weak.
Crunch. Mike 51. I'm scared.
Go.
51's the Mike, boys. 51. Hey, check. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Right here.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Fights loose. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Regular.
Now Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They run for it with Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right, and this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
42.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Watch the twist. Regular. Switch it, Ken. Switch it. Check 26. Check 26. Check. Hurry.
Check 25. Check 25.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.